Why does just observing in quantum physics feel less like looking and more like changing the outcome? In the energy filament theory, this is participatory observation. You are never an outside spectator, because every measurement is a physical intervention coupling that rewires the local map, closure that produces a discrete result, and memories that stores it as a real footprint in the energy sea. We love the fantasy of a camera floating outside the universe, watching reality behave on its own. But real instruments don't work that way. Put a thermometer in hot tea and the tea changes. Shine bright light to see a tiny bubble and you heat it. Touch a spiderweb to feel its vibration and you've already pulled it. Quantum is the same story, just less forgiving. Because the features you care about, phase rhythm, distinguishability, coherence, are exactly the things your probing tends to disturb. The key is to stop thinking of measurements as reading a pre-written label. In EFT language, a phenomenon becomes real in the lab when a local interaction completes. The system couples to a boundary you installed. The interaction crosses a threshold and closes. And the outcome gets written into a memory chain that can be checked later. That three-step pipeline is why more information is never free. If you want the system to tell you which path, you must build a channel that can carry that path information into something that can remember it. But building that channel means you change the physical situation. Like placing two different floor mats under two doors and then acting surprised that footsteps sound different. This is why double-slit fringes don't vanish because a human stared harder. They vanished because your setup made the two routes physically distinguishable, which means the sea can no longer keep one clean shared phase story across both routes. The coastline got redrawn, so the interference map changes. It also explains why the collapse feels sudden. The suddenness is not a magic command from consciousness. It is what a macroscopic readout chain looks like when it locks a tiny, noisy difference into an alignment slot and then copies it into robust memory. The click is bookkeeping becoming irreversible. And it connects cleanly to entanglement too. Correlations don't mean messages flying across space. Each lab still generates results locally when its own coupling and closure finishes. And only later through normal comparison does the shared pattern appear in the paired records. The observer is part of the accounting chain, not a ghost outside spacetime. So the right mindset is brutally practical. The measurement basis is not a philosophical preference. It's the geometry of the coupling you apply. Change the basis and you didn't just ask a new question. You installed a new boundary. And boundaries root what kinds of closures are even possible. Once you accept that, quantum stops being a haunted house and starts looking like materials science with strict bookkeeping. Whenever you measure, you couple. Whenever you couple, you leave a trace. Whenever you leave a trace, you rewrite the local map. You are not a camera, you are a hand, and hands leave marks. Tap follow, share it on New Physics, Clear Universe.